up, everyone? This is my very first stream, actually. So, I hope I do fine. All right. I think start. So we're gonna start a new file. As you can see, I played this game a lot. Oh, my first select, my bad. Yeah, so we're gonna play for a bit. I don't know how long I plan on playing, but we're gonna play. So yes. Now I don't really have a preference of who we should start with, but I've always enjoyed Cyrus, but I've done it so many times. I've also played Primrose and Ulbrich as in the demo, so the other four I haven't tried at the first run are Tressa, Hanet, Alphen, and Therion. So I think I'm gonna start with. I think I'm gonna go with Hanet this time. I think Hanet is an interesting character, mainly because of her dialect and her. You know what, we're gonna read it. So I'm gonna Hanet's a hunter. Her path action is provoke, which means you get to challenge some NPCs whenever you want. Her talent is capture, which means you can capture monsters when we're traveling. Alright. Your name is Hanet, and you are a hunter. One of the last descendants of an ancient clan that calls the deep forest home. Your prowess with the bow is unmatched. Your master Laton 1 year ago summoned to hunt a dread beast, and you protected the village while awaiting his return. Then one day, the return of an old friend gives you cause for concern, and you strike out on a journey of your own. Yeah, so let's get to it, shall we? Whenever there isn't any dialogue, I guess I'm gonna speak over it, so I hope you guys can bear with my voice. 1 year ago.
Good. Thou hast yet to depart.
Waylaid by sentiment, my girl. It ill behooved me to leave without bidding my favorite prentice a fare thee well.
A joke, as always. Will thy journey be long, master?
A good question, that. The request cometh from none other than the knights Ardent. The hunt will taken us to distant lands, and the beast we pursue is a fearsome one.
I see.
Ha ha ha! Look a not so glum girl! A no tyro with green arrows and bruises on his bow arm? I'll do indeed. That before 2 years have passed.
It's a lie.
Still no smile? What is it, my girl?
'Tis not the hunt that concerneth me. Thou intendest to stop and off somewhere along the way.
Just awkward silence.
Oh, here and there, mayhap. Why dost thou ask?
Thou forgettest or feignst ignorance, so I will remind thee.
Wow.
On the last hunt, thou gambledest away thy purse and came back a poorer man than thou left.
And damn it, Danta.
Poor in coin. Yes, I did make a few wagers at the arena in Victor's Hall. And learned that while I have a keen eye for assessing the strength of beasts, I am quite at a loss with men. A valuable lesson.
Not so cheap in the end. Eliza had to pay in thy debts, and thou only finishedst paying her back this last moon. Promise me, master, No more foolish gambling.
Can I keep that promise? Perhaps. I don't think so.
But what of the old hunter's saying? If the first arrow...
Thou just madest that one.
Oh, just made us that one up.
Come now, girl.
Coming now,
Thou
girl.
art too young by half for such world-weary sighs. Must thou makest our parting so gloomy?
I turn to thee, Hagen. Looking after Master, for he can rarely be bothered to looking after himself.
Even thou takest her side against me, old...
He knoweth good sense when he heareth it.
Growlest thou not at me, thou faithless turncoat?
Hail, Hanit. Have you come to see us off?
I have come in to warn Master about straying from the path.
And I thank you for it. I do not have the leaves to pay another debt like that.
Have I not a single ally in this infernal village?
I am your friend, but I am also a knight ardent, and your client. You would do well not to forget this.
Not for a moment, most honorable Lady Eliza of the illustrious Knights Ardent.
That's more like it. Fear not. I'll keep him out of trouble. I'll have him fill his evenings penning a detailed account of our adventures on the hunt.
Taken care, and may thine arrows strike true. I shall look after the forest till the day of thy return.
Thank thee, my girl, and farewell.
A year hath passed since that day. In all that time, Master could only be bothered to send in a single letter.
Single letter. God damn it.
Hanit, 'tis me, thou revered master. Missest me? I won't bore thee with any blather about the weather or the season. Who knoweth when this will even arrive, after all? For 3 months now, I have pursued the trail of the beast sought by the Knights Ardent. A beast by the name of Red Eye. That's their name for it, leastwise. As for its true name, if it even hath one, none can say. But on my father's bow, I swear 'tis the most vexing quarry I've ever had the misfortune to hunt him. It eludeth mine every trap, and though thou thinketh me mad for saying this, I swear it can even senseth every move I make. I know not if it is human intelligence or pure animal instinct, but either way, it refuseth to be caught. Still, we appear to have annoyed it sufficiently that it is moving on to new pastures. Judging from its behavior, I believe it meaneth to make for the lands around Stoneguard.
Stoneguard.
I will be frank with thee, my girl, who thou'st always been able to see through my pretenses. The chase will be hard, and the hunt will not endeth soon. But fear not, for endeth it shall, as thou ever knowest your master to fail him in the hunt. And so I ask thee, my dear apprentice, pray look after the village until I return. Oh, and be not a worrywart. Always thy friend and teacher, Xanta.
Never heard Master admitteth that any hunt would be difficult. Either this red eye is truly the most formidable of beasts, or he stoppeth in every gambler's den from here to Stoneguard. But no, Master liketh to act in the fool, but when it cometh to hunting, if he saith he will catcheth his quarry, then catcheth it he will. Yes, Lina, I know. Master entrusted the safety of the village to me. My duty now is to the villagers. Come in. Let us visit in the headman, and see if anyone hath need of my bow.
I think of all the stories, Ophelia is my favorite, but Honnet's definitely, it's one of the best. Alright, so we're playing Octopath Traveler, as you guys can see, and it's one of my favorite games ever. I'll admit that.
Hello.
It's just because, I don't know, the characters, the world, it all looks so beautiful to me.
I am Hunnet.
Oh, I have to.
Hello.
Every day thou comest here seeking work. Sometimes I wonder if thou art truly thy master's apprentice. But jesting aside, no, there is no hunt today.
I see.
Is there aught else I might do? Well, the youngsters are always in need of lessons. Thou couldst given them a lesson or two in bowmanship. The clan of the Dark Wood inherited the lore of the beasts and the trees. Yet today, only thou and Zonta can truly use it that lore. Why, when I was a mere stripling? Yes, I have heard your stories before, and I know how long they are. Ho ho, long-winded tales are the vice of many an old man. My apologies, child. But if thou couldst shown the youngsters the way of the hunt, I would be grateful.
I'm asking you.
I saw two of them waiting eagerly in the square. Perhaps thou couldst start in with them. God,
Yes.
the old English. It will be done. So her unique battle in this game is that she can provoke NPCs, causing them to go into a battle. In this game, there are 4 in total, but 2 of them are, I think, what they're called. One of them is the noble path. The other one is what Haunted is. Haunted's provoke ability is the, I guess, bad version of the challenge ability that Ulbrich has. Ulbrich can challenge people, but he has to be a certain level to do it. That's mostly what noble abilities do. Noble abilities, you have to be a certain level to be able to pull off the ability. So that means if you're in a higher leveled area, it's probably not going to work. But you can always take a chance. Well, I think they're called rebel abilities. I'm not sure. The ability that Haunted, Therion, Cyrus, and Primrose have, they're pretty much the opposite versions of that. You can do it at whatever level you can, but if you lose, like if you lose a provoke, you lose your reputation, which we'll get into that later. If you, everything else, like Ophelia's, Therion's, and Primrose's, their abilities, if you mess up, you only have a % chance of actually being able to pull off their abilities. If you can't, well, your reputation starts lowering. The noble paths are the other characters: Tressa, Ophelia, Ulbrich, and Alpha. They all have the opposite abilities of each other, and you can take a risk if you want to use any of the rebel ones, which is usually what I'm going to do mostly most of the time, like with Cyrus, Therion, to steal and to scrutinize. But for now, yeah, we're gonna provoke these guys, which just means we're gonna challenge them. And oh, provoke on Haunted only allows us to fight with beasts that we capture. So right here, we're gonna show off limbs for, I guess,
Let my
her
arrow
companion,
fly
her
and
pet.
true.
We also have these that they gave us. I'm pretty sure they always come with the same. But yeah. So we're gonna fight back for him because we're provoking him with a goddamn weapon.
Come in, if thou darest.
I don't understand. The battle mechanic. I think one of my favorite things about this game is the battle mechanic. It's your basic RPG shit. So you have your runaway, you have your defense. This will pretty much just skip your, or it'll take up your turn. It'll reduce damage, but it won't stop at all. Item, we have items here. We don't have many to get started, and of course, this is Haunted special tab. It's called Summon Beast. This is not the only thing it has, but it also no, it's Summon Beast. Right now, since we're in a battle that we provoked, we cannot, capture a human. We can only capture monsters. So that's one thing. And then of course there's the boost mechanic. By pressing R, we have given ourselves a boost in our attack. It's pretty much just a boost in our attack. It allows us to attack for if you're using a regular attack, like the sword attack, the spear attack, things like that. You pretty much double your amount of times you can do it. It'll also heighten the damage. In this game, something they don't teach you well is that you have to break the characters. Like, it's basically your necessity because you're pretty much going to be doing critical damage. So we'll just attack him. We'll do a straight attack, and there you go, he's done.
I honor thee, my corner.
I don't know why I love this game as much as I do, but it's one of my absolute favorites.
Now then.
Thou growest adept at fighting.
So,
But thou must be more cautious than ever, for thou now knowest just enough to get thyself into trouble.
Oh.
I will. Thank thee, Hunnet. Thank thee, Hunnet. I don't understand why they went with like such. Like they really push the Old English. I understand that they're from another tribe, but like, I just don't know how to read. That's just it. We're gonna do the same thing on this one.
let us
For the most part, provoking usually causes
What next?
provoking and challenge causes a different voice line from the characters that you provoke and or challenge. If you challenge them, they're gonna sound normal and they won't hate you. But if you provoke them, they're gonna sound terrified. Unless
let
it's
my arrow fly and true.
something like this, when they want you to do it, it's not gonna give you a different line. There you go. That's our mission.
I
Our mission
honor
to
you,
help
my
these guys
friend.
learn how to fight, and instead we can absolutely obliterate them.
Well,
Well, dost thou feelest more attuned to thy surroundings?
Yep.
Yes, I feel much more able to anticipating where swift quarry might dart its next.
excellent.
Very good. An important lesson that. That what?
Hello there.
Huntress Haunted! What is it?
Well,
The headman sent me to find you. He said he must speak with you right away.
Understood.
Then I will make haste. Is he at home? He is at home, I take it.
that's right.
Yes, follow me. An urgent hunt, maybe.
Greetings.
Headman, do you wish to see me? Yes, requests have come in from the demands of Lord Syrian. It would seem a beast hath strayed into the provisional forest.
I see.
And will it gone? I said that as a question. Just so, he asketh for our best hunter. And while Master Zonta is off on the hunt, that meaneth thee. Understood.
I'm asking ye.
Always remember, honey, since time immemorial, ours has been a village of great hunters and huntresses. Yes, far and wide beyond the edges of the direct home. The bard singeth of our exploits, and all the round lauded fair, Swarkly as the home of the true hunter. Is that not how it went?
Egads!
Ho ho, have I told you that many times? Long-winded tales, my dear, are the vice of an old man. Yes, as for the hunt, I am ready when needed.
Splendid!
Excellent. Excuse me? You may enter. Excellent. Lord Syrian's messenger awaiteth inside. He will tell thee all thou needst to know.
I am ready.
I will speak to him at once.
I'm asking ye.
Honnet, prieth though not Master Zonta would not.
Fair befallen
Of
thee.
course. Thank thee. Thank thee? I'm read that wrong.
Well met.
My apologies for the urgency of the matter, but monsters pay little heed to the convenience of men.
Nay.
I am here to serve. Tell me more about this beast. Her quarry is to be a fearsome beast that has wandered into the Whisperwood from the gods nowhere. A monster that has strayed from its home?
Yes.
Aye. Just this morning a merchant and an injured companion fetched up at her manor in frightful shape. As one man told it, the other was in no condition to speak. Their caravan has been waylaid by the beast, and they were the only survivors.
This bodeth ill.
How dost thou know this creature was responsible?
Well, actually...
Lord Syrian scholars were called upon to investigate the matter. From the merchant's testimony, they conclude that men were attacked by a savage beast known as Ghisarma.
Truly?
I have heard of this creature. Its baleful roar make it an unlikely fit for the tranquil Whisperwood. His lordship is most anxious to protect his subjects, needless to say. He seeks the help of the most capable hunter in this village, and so in Master Zanta's absence, we turn to you. What say you, Hunnet? Will you free our fair provenance of this unholy menace? Province.
I am ready.
Unholy menace. Tell him thy lord that I shan't fail him. Indeed. There is a dignity about you that Master Zanta lacks, but I see you share his passion for your calling. I hope you will continue to inherit only his better qualities. Master is a fine teacher. He showeth me by example both what a hunter oweth and oweth not to do. Well said. I think he understood that. It would seem we are in safe hands indeed. Yes, thou art. Dog? Saving your progress. Of course! Of course! Dog! There's someone outside and I always get fucking mad. Doesn't matter. So, yeah. Every chapter pretty much follows the same rhythm. Go to a city, problem happens, they ask for your help, and or go to city, look for what you're looking for. A person you quote-unquote know and or a person related to your story has met, and they ask for your help. That's pretty much it. Oh, and yeah, we're playing on the Switch version. I never mentioned that. I just like the Switch version. I know it's like probably worse in many ways. I just prefer it. One of my favorite console at the moment. So there are like what? There are 8 of the beginning cities, 8 of the last cities, and then 4 of the second cities. I think, or 5. I can't remember. And this map is. I honestly wish there was way more on this side, but nope. or like way more in the north, all of that light is not accessible. So once you visit that land, it'll only fill it in, but you're going to visit it. I really love this game, and I was loving it. Journal. This is where you get to see all your, pretty much your story progression. This is all your side quests, side stories, as to say. I want to spoil it right now. The 8 characters chapter 4s, while good, all their stories are like pretty good to me. The main story is with a person that you meet after you finish your first chapter with your first person in your party. So once you finish Hana, we're going to meet someone outside, and they're pretty much going to be the protagonist, as most of the events that happen to all the characters are connected with each other, but also with the person we're going to see. So, enough stalling, let's get to the Whisperwood. Let's see. Oh, if I erase that chapter, oh no, that'd be bad. But yeah, we could provoke these guys, but there's really no need to. We could always talk to them, and then we'll go something. That's probably weapons first. I don't know why I didn't think of it. God damn it, dog. Might as well. You make money quick in this game. At some point you're gonna like run out of it, but for the most part, money isn't a worry for anything. Absolutely not. Characters like Kana, you should prioritize their physical attack. They're not meant to be elemental attackers like Cyrus, Ophelia, Primrose. Yeah, alright, let's get going. Path to the Whisperwood. Running in this, in areas like this, areas that aren't cities or towns, will turn the minimap red, which will pretty much cause a higher chance of an encounter. And most likely get caught by surprise. Out here's the break-in enemies. Of course, I already explained that yes, you should always break the enemies. You can always give you an advantage in battle. Now, characters like this, when you first meet an enemy, they're always gonna have their weaknesses hidden. And I think that's for the best. For the most part, every enemy in the beginning area of your character is gonna have the weaknesses that your character has. There you go. They also follow a path. For the most part, every single weakness is in order. So it's gonna start with, I think, sword, then spear, or dagger. I think sword, dagger, spear, and like a bunch of other ones. I can't remember. But yeah, they're mostly gonna follow a pattern. Also, when you have their weaknesses exposed, it's no use to attack them with the one that, I mean, it might be their weakness, but it's only to take away their defense. So it's best to just use your powerful weapon, attack them with it. As long as, you know, if you're a physical attacker like Haunted, then attack them with physical attacks. It doesn't matter what else you use, as long as you break them, then that's it. I act like I know a lot about this game, but I really don't. I'll be completely honest about that. I might act like I know how to play this game a lot. I'm just as lost as many people.
Standest thou against me?
I know there's only like
then be hunted.
viewer, but like,
Come in, if thou darest.
no, we're gonna get closer when this as this progresses.
Let in my arrow.
It's just fun. I really like this game a lot for its battle mechanics. I know some people find it repetitive, which it can be at some time, especially when they're just grinding. It's just fun.
Let in the hunt.
I think that's the problem with most people. They think they're, because someone doesn't like it, they get discouraged to say what their favorite games are. I don't really mind. I'm like that with tons of different media. My bio says I like to sing, which that doesn't translate well into Japanese.
Let us begin.
And I think that's something that everybody struggles with. That they shouldn't really be forced to, you know, like a certain thing.
Next?
Also, let's show you that the bow will much. It'll do the same amount of damage as the axe. Just like,
What next?
but since we upgraded our axe,
Holding back.
it's gonna do around the same amount of damage. It doesn't matter what you use. As long as like, you know, your character is good in that weapon type. Lyconid has an electric attack, but it's best not to use it unless you really want to break a person that has an electrical weakness. But otherwise, I don't want to use it on anyone else. Unless you for some reason give a hunter class to like Cyrus or something, which I don't know why you would. Spirits have mercy. This was not done in the name of survival. This Ghisarma sought not food, it sought sports and wanton slaughter. It sleweth the man and beast for no reason, other than as a fearsome show of its dreadful power.
This bodeth ill.
I seest thou tremblest, little one. Thine heart is filled with fear. Thou witnessed it what this deed did. It madeth thee bear witness. Patience. I shall return and attend to the following. But first, they shall be avenged.
If thou wilt.
Wilt thou protect them, friend, until my return?
Thou hast my soul.
Thank you. I shall return anon. To Eden, to Benin, this is the fate. The privilege of any beast of the forest. A life for life, so it hath been since the dawn of time.
Unacceptable.
But to slay him for sport, for pleasure, or greed is to train the law of nature. Each time a creature taketh more than needeth, a part of the forest dieth. I hunt not merely to keep in Lord Tyrion's people safe. I hunted to save it the forest itself. I have a lift. So, Hyatt's story, if you didn't get from like anything that we've done, it's that she wants to help Zanza, who apparently went missing, and you know she wants to find out what it is. The last thing we know is that he was battling a monster that the Lord hired to destroy a monster called a Red Eye.
Let my arrow fly.
We later find out that Red Eye is, well, I don't know what, I'll keep some secrets. I can't just say.
Letting the hunt begin.
And I still like arrows.
What next? Yeah.
So yeah, here's your capture ability. You can capture monsters. You guys just start off with many, and then you eventually start going to places, you start getting the chatter. So it's like, Gary as much as you can, replace them when you want to. It's like, there's no point in keeping things like this if you're not going to use them, so might as well just replace them. There's no penalty to how many you can get. You can get I mean, you're going to have a limit, but you can always collect them whenever you want. You can always replace them. There's always going to be a better monster early in the game, so it's normal.
Now, letting us hunt him. Letting the hunt beginning.
Yet. Oh god, that's good. Alright, let's get back to this. So, for the most part, when you're in battles, well, depending on what characters you have, I remember the first time I played, I prioritized having every single weapon type on for characters, so like I would have every weakness to be able to, you know, be able to go through these battles quickly. I realize that. I don't really mind if I have double classes on people on my team sometimes. That's depending on how good.
The hunt ends.
And something like the classes which we're not gonna get in like until probably like many years into the future. They end up like replacing everything. So, like I said, I'm not a pro at this. I will end up dying too many times. I love playing RPGs. They're my favorite type of genre to play, mainly because I love the stories. But I am nowhere good at it.
What next?
I am terrible RPGs, I don't know how to strategize, which is one thing that you guys might see.
Holding back. The hunt endeth.
I play narrow-sighted. So what they showed right there are JP. With every battle, other than more than the XP, we also get a JP, which is our way of pretty much getting skills. In this game, you don't upgrade skills; you pretty much just upgrade your armor and everything else. Everything else grows while you level up. There's also like that stat boosting item that you always get in every RPG. And this one they are get nuts, tough nuts, stuff like that. So you're gonna be getting a lot of those that'll enhance your physical.
What next?
That'll enhance all your abilities. But you're not really gonna use them. I sometimes forget I have the nuts, and then when I usually save them up for the long time. Out there. I don't think I'm gonna get to that.
Let
You know,
my
yeah,
arrow
this is
fly
my first game I played on Switch.
I honor thee, my
Probably
queen.
gonna stick with it until I finish it. Maybe. Strategy games are just like the most fun things I can experience. To be absolutely honest with you, I might be bad at them, but they have the best. Like they have the best of everything. We're almost gonna level up. Might as well decide.
Now, let us hunt him.
Because I really don't want to be embarrassed with the first boss.
Let the hunt
Like I said,
begin.
all the chapters are repetitive. Something that other people don't like play with. I love it. You know, I'm a simple man.
Let my
First
arrow
chapter, second
fly
chapter,
and
third chapter,
true.
fourth chapter, done. Do everyone else is done. I'm a simple person. I enjoy things like that. And that's pretty much what this game is. Other than the final boss, which I already
I
told
honor
the name
you,
came
my
Caldera. It's a doozy. You have to have a lot of patience because these battles are long. They're not hard, they're long. Alright, so here are your skills. Like I said, she has an electric move. No one really does it unless you, for some reason, prioritize her elemental attack. Which I don't know why you would. I mean, that's not the worst. There are better to place that on. I'm gonna go for Light Hold. This is one of her best skills, mainly because it causes single foot attack at the end of the turn. At the end of the turn for 2 turns. And every time you boost it, doubles it. So, if you boost it once, 4 turns, boost it twice, 6, and then the next 6. And it's probably the most useful skill you're gonna have. It allows you to set up for many attacks, and it's pretty much a bit more time to not be overwhelmed by what the boss is. Because the bosses, while not hard, they do bother you. Oh, yeah, just a random fucking merchant in the middle of the fucking forest. Okay. Oh, we haven't really. I don't really like this. Man, leave me alone. Ghisarma.
Not acceptable.
That is enough. Grog. Thou scarest me not, beast. Is it not so? Thou wert driven from thine home, bested by a beast more powerful. Thou fleddest and foundest thyself here.
I see.
I understand thy pain all too well. It's just a circle of life, you know? If there's someone threatening you, usually move. I can't say that for me. But to turn thy grief and anger against innocent creatures, that is a sin of men. Because men are the worst things to have. It was thy duty to adapt into the forest, to let it find the place for you. Instead, thou wouldst rip out its heart and claim it as thine own. This cannot be forgiven. Gar. Thou hast trespassed. And in the name of the forest, I visit judgment upon you.
Come in then, if this beest thy will. Let in my arrow.
So we're in our
fly
first
true.
boss battle. Something that most people, no, everybody knows this, but like these enemies, these first boss battles usually have their boss health at 1,000, which is nothing linking at all. It's like one attack. Obviously, that's the move that beats, right? So it's always gonna have a weakness.
Coming.
In the first battles, it's usually just a back and forth. That's how it's always been. It's just back and forth. Now, the better strategy is to handle the way I'm doing this, but I'm with them.
What
So
next?
I'm just gonna go with the first one we can get. I was telling you about. Well, it's not really needed right now, to be honest. Max boosts are really only useful in the later game because. Like full trap. No, we don't have, I didn't do myself any status. Which is fine. Obrick is probably my favorite. At that point, you're pretty much.
Aim and kill. Shoot and true.
You're just going back and forth until you can roll it out. That's how it is with these.
Let in my arrow fly and true.
Okay, well, I hit him first. I'm very but only 600? 500.
Coming.
It's
If
better
thou
not to use
darest.
simple,
No.
simple RPG mechanics. Yeah, he starts getting mad and just
Coming.
starts attacking.
If thou darest. This will help.
Yeah, we're fine. But that's the thing about this game is you're never in a position where you're gonna
Coming.
like,
If thou
you're never in that
darest.
position. This one I it's gonna be the same thing.
Better than a
But I'd
snake.
rather have it than not. We're gonna
Let in my arrow.
get that thing, get these boosts. We're gonna attack these times. There you go. Now we also have our defense
Coming.
surgery.
Holding back nothing. Aim and kill. Shoot and true.
Rate of Arrow is probably your best one in one very quick. It always attack 3 times. Always guaranteed
Let in
attack.
the hunt beginning.
But it's like, why would I waste that much XP?
What
They're good at that
next?
moment. Strike.
This will help.
Third implement does 40, so it's not.
What next?
SP is most useful when they're using mages. Really,
Coming.
Something about Lynn. Lynn doesn't get better at all. You think that with levels it gets better, but no, the
Rain and
monsters
arrows up on.
have a specific level that they can be reached. They don't level up with time, which is why it's better to like just replace them at some point instead of keeping them. Oh, we're fine.
Let in the hunt beginning.
Oh, okay. Oh, we're fine.
Rain and arrows up on them.
We'll do another rain of arrows and...
No.
Oh, I can't. Oh, my bad.
Rain and arrows up on them.
I think it's just best that... Sound attack, and there's nothing to it.
This will help.
It's just a back and forth. It's nothing else. That's all the battles.
Let in the hunt beginning.
Some people just like that. I really just enjoy just getting lost in the game and
Rain and arrows up on them.
attacking like endlessly. I feel powerful.
What next? Coming. Aim and kill.
Oh, no, I was wrong. And I want to speak. He's almost dead. That's what I meant. First,
Coming. If thou darest.
it's not, I mean, like I said, it's not better. It's very repetitive. But I knew we were
Thou
close.
didst fight with courage.
Nice. We didn't level up. They don't give you much. I don't think you should ever expect much from bosses in chapter 1 area.
Thy life is given not in
Thy
vain,
life is
for it
given
will
not in vain,
feed
for it will
others.
feed others.
Thou art of the forest
Thou
now,
art of the forest
in the
now,
forest
and in the
naught
forest
is
not is lost. Oh, was she speaking?
Come in, my friends. This life belongeth to all. The animals that eateth the grass becometh food for the animals that eateth meat. The eaters of meat in their turn feedeth those yet stronger. And when the strongest of all dieth, his life is returned to the forest. His flesh feedeth the soil, the grass. His blood becometh sap, his bones wood. He becometh the food of the plant eaters, and the circle beginneth once more. Lives entwined, a tapestry woven anew each dawn, every thread a part of the whole.
Listen, Haunted. Being a hunter means taking lives. But we do it so we might live. Never forget it. Never forgetting it is thy sacred duty to live in on.
To surviven, and honouring those felled by thine own arrows. As long as he speaketh only of hunting, he is the wisest of men. If only that were all he cared about. The hunt is over. Now it is time to tend to the fallen.
Damn.
Good day.
You look well. I trust the hunt was a success.
Well,
The beasts will trouble in thee no more. These graves. These graves.
Yes.
I took the liberty of digging them while I waited for your return.
thou hast my thanks.
Thank you. But I have a request. Even the beasts be, let in the forest reclaim them. That is the way of the world.
But of course.
As you wish. Damn.
Hmm?
Oh. I did it better. Hagen, thou returnest to us. Yikes.
Hmm?
Where is Master? Hath something befallen him? He is confused and frightened. Thou didst run here, didst thou not? And alone, doth Master needeth my help? Ow, ow, ow.
Just so.
It's alright. Easy, boy. Easy. There now. That's a good boy. Master's in trouble. Not much is clear. I must hasten to his side, if anything were to happen to him.
The hunt is on.
Hagen, can thou guide me to Master? Rough. Whatever hath befallen him, who shall save him, though thou and I. Yeah, so every time a chapter finishes, it'll tell us to leave the town, and it'll give us a little summary of what'll happen next. Am I here? I'm not. Honestly, I don't see the point of discounts because at the end of the day, they're only going to be 1,000 at max per run. at that point, I don't really mind wasting the money when it gets to that point, because it's like, oh, I have plenty.
So
I don't really worry about
not
100.
going after Zonta.
Hagen here came at seeking my help. In his letter, he said he was bound for Stonegard. We shall begin our search there.
I pray it is no more serious than an ill-founded wager that left him unable to pay his innkeeper. For a Hagen to cometh all this way alone, I cannot help but fear the worst. Prithee, take his care.
We will.
And Dawn, nothing foolish. Dawn as Zonta saith, child, not as he doeth.
Thank ye, Chief. Fearing not for us. We shall be back before the next moon, with Master at our side. Stayest safe, Master. We're coming.
And so did the huntress Hanet set out on her journey. Her master having vanished hunting the baleful Red Eye, it now fell to her to find him and bring him home. What fate awaits her on the road ahead, only the gods can say. And that's pretty much the formula for most of the chapters. Before you continue your journey across the Stera, there are 7 others who await you. Why not venture out and find them? Together you can defeat even the greatest of foes. I think I'm gonna do 1 chapter per, like, VOD. Not because I don't have time. I could do another one if I wanted to, but I think, like, processing everything that happens. Not only that, we can do other side quests in between. So if I do that, it's gonna be like, what, 20, 30, 32 streams in total with me just getting to the end of all their chapters. That won't be a promise, because there's sometimes I might go to, like, you know, defeat the secret giants. In that case, like, I could do 1 episode of just that. But that's for the future. So I think this is where I'm gonna leave it off. This is my first stream, and I'm gonna see what I can do to make it better. I know there's like there probably might be not anybody watching, but I know it's slow start and for the most part I'm just doing this for fun, not as a business or anything. I just really want to open people up to different games that I think weren't talked about as the beginning. I think after this game I might do Astral Chain, which is another amazing game that I loved. Up until like the release of the PS5, I'm playing more Spider-Man Miles Morales. Maybe some other fun streams with my friends. But yeah, for now I think this is where we're gonna leave it off, and thank you guys, or whoever, if anyone is here, thank you for watching. I'll see you all next time.